So let's say I'm behind on federal student loan payments. How can I avoid getting my wages garnished? How do I get rid of default marks on my credit?
Okay, so if you're behind, you've got a big balance and you can't afford to pay it, what you need to do right away is you need to get 90 days forbearance. You just contact your student loan servicers, let them know you're having a financial hardship and you need 90 days forbearance. What that's going to do is that's going to eliminate the balance so you don't have to pay anything and the balance is going to be zero. Now keep in mind, that balance will just get capitalized. It'll get put onto the back of the loan. Okay, so it doesn't disappear. So you don't want to request too long of forbearance, but 90 days is enough time so that we can consolidate, get the loans paid off, get you on an income-based repayment plan. Your payment can be as close to $0 per month. I mean, your payment can be $0 per month.
Really?
We helped hundreds of students consolidate and get on a $0 per month payment at Golden Financial Services. So it's very common. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you want to do the 90 days forbearance. Then that's going to put the balance to zero, give you enough time to consolidate, get on an income-based repayment plan. And then if you have a public service job, you also need to submit the employment certification form. But if you don't have a public service job, that's just one less thing that you have to do. So you will still be able to get loan forgiveness, just not in 10 years. Okay, for everyone that doesn't have a public service loan forgiveness job, for everyone that doesn't have a public service job, they get their debt forgiven after 20 to 25 years. So either 20 or 25 years. But if you get your payment down to $0 per month, for 20 years, if you can keep it at $0 per month, you could have 90% of your debt forgiven in the end. So when I say that when you do forbearance and you get the balance capitalized to the back of the loan,
right?
Technically speaking, if you end up getting your debt forgiven, you won't end up paying it anyways. So that's good. And what was your other question again?
We can take a break for a second right now. Was there another one?
I think
how to get rid of default marks on your credit report.
We can do that.
I'll lead you in for that one. Okay?
Okay.
That all sounds amazing, Paul. I can't believe this information isn't out there somewhere. It just seems like, just finding information and getting started is probably the hardest part of this. But speaking of which, what if you have default marks on your credit report from delinquent federal student loans? Is there a way to remove those? How long do those stay on your account?
Yeah, so there is a way to remove the default marks. So if you just consolidate, you'll get the existing student loans paid in full, but the late marks will still be there.
Okay.
You want to get rid of the default marks. What you have to do before you consolidate, if you're behind and you have late marks, you have to contact the collection agency directly. You simply let them know, I need to get on a loan rehabilitation program. They will know exactly what that is. They're going to ask you questions about your income and your family size. When they say family size, your neighbor could be with you. If you're paying more than half their expenses, you can include them in your family size. The more people in your family size and the lower your income, the lower your payment will be. So you want to be able to show the lowest possible income. If your income appears lower on your most recently filed tax return, base it on that.
Okay.
If your last 30 days of pay stubs are really low, base it on that. The lower the better. And then the bigger the family size, the lower your payment will be. So the loan rehabilitation, they're going to give you one low payment. You have to make that payment for 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
Most of the collection agencies will want to see 9 payments. So 9 payments. And again, even on the loan rehab, your payment could be $5 per month. It could be really low. So let's say you get $5 per month payment. You make that for 9 consecutive months. And then you graduate the loan rehab, and they remove the default marks from your credit, and they restore all of your federal benefits. So now you're eligible to do the federal options, like you can consolidate. You're back in good standing again.
Got it. Very cool.
If you're behind, you want to do the loan rehab. Do that before consolidating, and that way you get the default marks off your credit. If you don't care about the default marks on your credit, and you don't want to deal with the 9 payments and all that, you could in some cases just consolidate.
Okay, and we'll drop all those details again in the description below.